Hi. So today I was thinking about it, and I think one of the things that I see a lot of issues with is having this self-esteem, this self-acceptance, and one of the ways that I have found my journey to self-esteem and self-acceptance is through being authentically me. I know that I have flaws. I know what my weaknesses are. I accept my weaknesses. So I don't mind people seeing that. I don't mind people seeing the problems that I'm going through. I don't mind people knowing that I'm a flawed human being. It doesn't bother me. The reason for this is I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am not the only one. I have hive mentality on this one. We all have self-esteem issues. We all have issues. We all have flaws. There is no way that there is a perfect human being out there. It doesn't exist. We all have flaws. We all have problems. We all go through similar things. And it is in that shared experience, that we have to find self-acceptance, that we have to start owning our authentic self. And the thing is that if you don't do that, you're doing a disservice to everyone around you. You're doing a disservice to you. You're doing a disservice to what needs to be accomplished in this life. We are given tasks, and that's my whole philosophy. You're given a task from the time you were born to complete by the time you're out of this world. You're gone. You have a task to complete, and you are given everything that you need in order to complete that task. You can choose not to. By covering up authentically driven you can cover that up, and you can continue to be the person that you aren't meant to be. You can continue living in that life. You can continue hiding behind a mask. You can continue working through things without help from others, so nobody ever knows who you really are. Or, here my kitty, she agrees. You can, kitty agrees. She says yes. Here, I gotta see her. Say hi, kitty. You can either accept yourself or you can reject yourself. But I'm going to tell you, the thing that comes with self-acceptance is authority. It's the fastest way, well, not the fastest. It's the most genuine way to gain authority, is by owning your truth, accepting your truth, living in your truth, and following the path that you've been given, the call from your heart. And I know that all sounds really cheesy, but that's what has helped me tremendously. Hold on, I gotta let my kitty cat out. She wants to go outside because her life is now outside and she's okay being eaten by coyotes. Hold on. So, the path to authority, the path to self-love. Because without self-love, without self-acceptance, your authority is just a shell authority. Your authority doesn't carry the weight that it needs to when you walk into the room. When you walk into the room, people should understand your authority by your authentic self and your need to be who you truly are as you lead. Your insecurities are what make you stronger. They aren't what make you weaker. That sounds really crazy, right? But it's the same thing as if you love something enough, you let it go. It's the same thing. It's this idea that if you do the opposite of what your ego is telling you to do, then the things that you need and the things that you want are going to happen for you. Because with that ego comes control. It comes weakness. Ego protects without having the backing that it needs. And that backing is self-love. And then you can balance that ego out. Once you accept those things about yourself, you can balance it. But you have to do that. And it takes some work. You got to work on it. For example, I know that I stutter and that I say the wrong words and that they come out of my mouth faster than I can put a kibosh on them. Do I hide them in my videos? No. Why? That's me. That's who I am. I know, like I sit here and do you know what this is? This is a form of self, like, it's like self-soothing. So when you're anxious, a lot of people, they'll touch. It's self-soothing. I know I do that, but do I quit? No, because you know what's more important? The words coming out of my mouth. So those are some examples from me. Just things that I'm insecure about. But do I care? No. It just is. It's part of who I am. So I accept it. I accept those things about myself. Do I want to change some of those things? Probably not, because they're awesome. They're what makes me me. My goofy. It's what makes me me. Do I come off less serious? Well, I hope so. That's the point. It's the goal. It's to come off as me so that you see who I am. And with that comes your authority and your stability and your self-love and your self-actualization. This is who I am. I'm unapologetically me. You don't like me? I'm sorry. Not gonna change. You can choose not to be around me. That's fine. It's okay with me. That means we're probably not compatible. You love me? Good. Let's hang out. Because life is meant to be lived. It's not meant to be like surrounded in worry about what people think about you. The most important is what you think about you. Do you love yourself? If you don't, what do you not love about yourself? What can you change? What can you not change? That low battery gets me every time. I gotta quit watching the TikToks, y'all. And I gotta plug my phone in at night. That might help. But I love the things about myself that are flaws because they're what makes me me. If I was like everybody else, I would be very boring. I would rather not be boring. So those things that you don't love, that you want to change those things about yourself if you can. If you can't, accept them because it's part of who you are. You can't change who you love. It's not possible. You can't change your tastes and your interests. It's not possible. You can't change that you feel insecure around certain people. It's not possible. I'm going to tell you it'll help if you start doing some self-love and self-care. That helps a lot. You can't change that you don't want to speak in front of big crowds. You can't change those things unless you try it. That one's a big one. You can't change that you can't see unless you get corrective surgery. So there are things, like, literally, if you can change it, change it. If not, you don't like that you have, like, this was one of the things that I worked with or that me and one of my sweet babies, who lived with me for a while, we worked on the whitewashing. If you are a certain ethnicity, own that ethnicity. It is beautiful. It is who you are. You don't need to have blonde hair and blue eyes. You can if you want. It's called highlights. The blue eyes come naturally. I can't change those. But stop whitewashing. Be you. You're needed. Okay? Love you. Bye.